Hello everybody, it's ArrangedKarma here, and welcome to Sakura Shrine Girls. Now this is another game in the long-lasting Sakura games, or Sakura games, whichever one. Bunch of visual novels with some sexy ladies in them. Shout out to Sad Man, who bought me this game for my birthday. Yes, it's been a while since I've actually got around to doing this, but you know. Right, let's begin, because this music is very loud. Hey, Toru! Time to wake up now. You're missing out on another beautiful day. Alright. Is this the same protagonist from the other games? I'm awake, old man. Oh, it's Grandpa. Okay, I thought it was some kind of girl. Come on, Toru. We both know that I'm not that old. That's because you stopped counting after you had your 21st birthday. Yep, I'm still 21 years old. Anyway, you'd better get ready to go. That's a pretty good way of looking at it. Your training starts today, and we have a lot of work to do. Yeah, no problem. I'll be ready soon. Good. You have your youth, and you can't waste it laying around in that bed of yours. I beg to differ. I don't think it's unreasonable to sleep for 8 hours a day. Bah, you better get used to early starts. I'll be downstairs when you're ready to go. I hear him shuffling away from the door. When Grandpa called my parents a month ago, I hadn't expected to be moving in with him. Apparently, my family comes from a lineage of priests. So is this, because Japan still use priests and stuff like that? Because they have those shrines, which is pretty cool. My father was a priest, as was my grandfather and my great-grandfather. Generations dedicated to the understanding of the spirit world. Of course, I don't believe in spirits or gods at all. My friends throughout school always saw me as being too serious. They always had dares about visiting haunted places or abandoned houses. And I was always the one to go in and tell them there was nothing there. Oh well, even if I do not, that'll be easy. Even if I don't believe in spirits, it's a family tradition at this point. It may seem silly and pointless to do, but someone has to keep these old practices alive. So here I am now. That's what that's what it's like to be one of those war reenactors, am I right? I suppose that my parents were so willing to I'm surprised that my parents were willing to let me move so suddenly. Here it comes, boys. My generation of reading. Maybe it's because they're worried about Grandpa. With me around, I can make sure that he stays safe. Anyway, I'd better go downstairs. If I sound a bit quiet, it's because I'm recording this rather late at night. So my parents or anyone in my family doesn't come in and notice the shame. About time you turned up. Now then, Toru, whatever. You may see some odd things as a priest. There's another world out there, believe it or not. So don't panic. Okay, there is a space there. Don't panic if something unusual happens. Alright, Grandpa, I promise not to panic. He starts talking like this at times. Of course, spirits, of omens, of extraordinary things. I don't dare to tell him that I don't believe in any of it. He's getting pretty old, and senility might be setting in. I'm completely serious, Toru. Everything in this world can't be explained. I used to be a real skeptic, but then I started seeing things. I've seen things, man. He's been to Vietnam. Trust me, you'll understand when it happens to you, too. I understand, Grandpa. I'm sure that there's a lot more to this world than we think there is. Damn right there isn't. Now get some breakfast in you. I'm going to show you around the temple grounds soon. It's always such a rush with Grandpa around. I know that he isn't getting old, but you'd think he would take the time. You think that he would take a moment to relax. Oh well, it's his home, and it's his rules. I don't cause a fuss over such things. After a quick breakfast, Grandpa is straight out the door. Come on, Slowpoke. I thought you young people were supposed to be fast. Gotta go fast. It's alright not to rush, Grandpa. I love how I'm talking to nobody, apparently. I can only imagine how he must have been when he was a young man. Always rush. I'm not the same. I like to take things at my own pace. The world waits for no one, Toru. He takes in a deep breath. Nothing beats the crisp air of a summer's morning. I do not doubt that at all. Taking a walk isn't so bad. So, Grandpa, I know that this is a tradition for men of our family to become priests. That's right. Your father, me, my father, generations after generation. I know that, but there's just one thing I don't understand. Why was it so urgent for me to come here of all places? Don't worry, it'll all make sense to you later. That's some foreshadowing right now. It's rather ominous, don't you think? He gets it. Believe me, this is one of those things which won't make sense until you see it for yourself. But just keep walking. We'll get there soon. I'm sure that a strong young man like you isn't about to be beaten by a relic like me. Right? It sounds like you're challenging me to a race. 1v1. Do you want to? Please, Grandpa. Your knees aren't what they used to be. The doctor said I was fine, provided that you do not do any hard work or bend them too often. Maybe we should have made you a doctor instead of a priest. Would that mean everyone after me would have to become a doctor too? Grandpa just shakes his head. We're almost there now. It should be just around the corner. Are you sure, Grandpa? Of course I am. I know this place like the back of my hand. Grandpa isn't infamous for always giving a vague idea of how close we are to somewhere. It's always just around the corner or just over the hill. Ooh, looks like we're here. Take a good look. You're going to become very familiar with this place. Ooh, very traditional. Two massive wooden structures sit side by side just over the bridge. Grandpa beams proudly as he looks upon them. Welcome to the temple grounds, Saru. This place will become a second home to you over the next few months. Wait. I'm going to be attending both of these shrines? That's right. I do not want to sound like I'm being lazy or anything. But isn't it unreasonable for me to be attending two shrines at once? Both of these are fairly large buildings, after all. Oh, come on. You aren't afraid of a bit of hard work, are you? No, but this is a lot of work for one person. Isn't there anyone else who will come by here? Any other priest who will help attend these shrines? Nope. You're going to be the only priest here. Oh, okay, thanks. Don't worry, you won't be alone. I won't be alone? You mean that people will come by regularly? Hang on, I'm just going to make it back a little bit. There we go. Oh, you'll understand soon enough. It's the sexy fox spirits, don't worry. He should know all about them, am I right? A priest is never alone in a shrine, trust me. Now he's saying even more ominous things. Yeah, there's going to be a demon that's going to eat you. Well, it would be nice to get some extra help with this. I still have to attend school, you know. Don't worry, it'll work out just fine. Of course you are, you're the protagonist of a Sakura visual novel, I'm sure it'll be fine. Come on, have a look at them and let me know what you think. I begin to walk across the bridge, only to notice that Grandpa isn't walking with me. Aren't you coming with me? He's a ghost all the time. I've already seen it myself. There's no need for me to look at something I already know, like I know the back of my hand. Grandpa. Really, it'll be fine. You're a young man, right? You should be able to look after yourself. Well, I guess that... Hang on. Okay, so I can make this bigger. I'm just going to keep it like this. I guess I couldn't get lost in these places. Don't worry, I'll be right here when you get back from the other side. Other side, he says. Well, I guess there's nothing else to be done. Wandering over the buildings, I try to decide which one I should visit first. Both of these shrines are somehow have an ageless quality about them. But if there's no one here, how are they so well preserved? There must be someone looking after them. Isn't it your grandpa? Looking closer at the one on my right, it seems a little more run down. Does it? It looks pretty high quality to me. Well, I think that if I'm going to be attending these shrines, then I should attend the one which needs most of attention first. Logic, that's something you don't see very often. Grandpa said there was no other priests here, and yet he said I wouldn't be alone. It's definitely the same superstitious nonsense that he has been talking about ever since I got here. He probably thinks that there are spirits or something in the shrines. Oh boy, you better believe it. Let's promise boobies. There are shrines that are fairly well hidden for being in an urban area. If I'm going to be spending a lot of time by myself here, I can only imagine that my mind will play tricks on me. Oh well, it's no different than those dares that I used to do when I was younger. Everyone thought that I was fearless. If there were a haunted house or abandoned building, I'd be the only one who would explore it. I have yet to see a ghost or a spirit or anything like that. Confidently, I open the door. Ooh. This looks more Chinese than Japanese. Or maybe we are in China, I don't know. The rays of early morning sun illuminate the dust drifting through the air. It has been some time since anyone has been in here, it seems. No. If that had been the case, the dust would have settled a long time ago. Someone, or something, has been moving throughout these halls. It obviously can't be a spirit. How exactly would a ghost unsettle dust? Because it's not a ghost, it's a spirit? Is there a difference? Probably just a visitor or something in that case. Now that I think about it. Can't I hear something moving through this place? Straining my ears, I swear that I hear the wood creaking. That's probably my chair, sorry. Eek, I don't even know how old this temple is. Wood creaks and groans all the time in old places like these. I'd better see what the other rooms there are in this place. There we go. If I'm going to attend the shrine, then I would like to be spotless. One of the doors appears to be closed, and I hear creaking coming from within. This happened in those old houses I visited all the time. There was nothing there every time I checked. Well, this is the exception. The music stopped. Well, so, let's open it wide. As I slide the door aside, I'm met with a most unusual sight. The boobs or the tail? Or the ears? A woman is standing in front of me, wearing the garb of a shrine maiden. However, it's very loose around her shoulders. And I cannot help but notice some very prominent features sticking out. Her face shows no sign of embarrassment or any emotion at all. Is she a kudere? No emotions. Those strange amber eyes of hers stare deeply into mine. But there is something else I just noticed. Something which I am not sure if I am really seeing or not. Two pairs of black and white ears part from her hair, moving just like a cat's ears would. And a black tail with white fur on the end sticks up in the air. She does not move to readjust her garb. The entirety of attention is focused only on me. Hey, I think you should do something about that. Do I really have to say it out loud? Unusual girl. I was wondering when you would arrive. Her voice is strangely harmonic. Despite her youthful appearance, there is something venerable about her. But was she waiting for me? I bet this is Grandpa's doing. Is that so? Yes, it is. I see. Could I please get an explanation? What is there to explain? Surely you already know, don't you? Not exactly, no. She does not seem to be bothered by being seen like this. Although I really am impressed with their... No, this really isn't a good time to be focusing on that. Your eyes are wandering. I can sense deep uncertainty within you. You should not worry, however. I entrust myself to your care. My care? You are the one who will be attending the shrine, are you not? Her face draws closer to mine. There's something hauntingly beautiful about her. She's a spirit, dumbass. But I don't know what it could be. Well, that is true. I was not really expecting company, however. A priest is never alone in a shrine. She's telling me exactly what Grandpa did. Sorry about that. Our fates are as one now, priest. I know it was a long journey to arrive here, so I am truly grateful. Right. Just excuse me for one moment. I need to get some fresh air. As you wish. I will be waiting for you when you return. Quietly, I walk out of the room, leaving her to continue dressing. What was that just now? Was I really seeing things? I think I'll go home and pretend that I didn't see anything at all. Go to the other building, there's probably another one there. Yeah, that'd probably be the best idea for now. Grandpa didn't say much on the way home. Of course he didn't. He only talked about mundane things like how he needed to weed the garden, and yet I am sure he knew that I wasn't quite myself. Now it's midday and I have just been sitting here, unsure of what to think. Was there really someone there? And the way she dressed. Something about her didn't really seem human. Oh, gee, and I wonder. It's pretty. Was it her eyes? Was it her mouth? Oh, let's not. Oops. Let's not even mention how I saw a cat ears and a tail. Hey, Toru! You're going to have to come down for lunch eventually. I'll be down there soon. Just need a moment. Come on, the food's going to get cold if you don't hurry up. Better go down there. Grandpa has already set the table neatly, waiting for just me. There you are. I was wondering if you had been sucked into an alternate dimension. Explain why it took you such a long time to get down here. Is this some kind of reference? I do not see something like that happening anytime soon. Tell that to the protagonist Sakura spirit, right? You never know. The veil between worlds can be very, very thin. And you can slip between them without ever noticing, just like putting your hand into the ocean. There he goes, saying things like that again. Yeah, pretty sure this dude is like senile. Then again, considering what I saw today. Oh. Is there something wrong, Grandpa? Normally you'd get all this look on your face when I talk about things like that. I know that you're a skeptic, but now there's no doubt in my eyes. I saw a wide grin on his face. You saw something, didn't you? I know that you did. I just shake my head at him. I didn't see anything. Even if I did, I'm sure that what I saw is just my imagination. Oh, now why would you say something like that? Like, even if I did? He leans over the table. It's almost like something did happen, but you're denying it. Who are you trying to convince? You or me? I'm telling you that I didn't see anything. It's just an old building and my eyes were playing tricks on me. Oh yeah, okay, nice. Yep, that's what I said when I first saw them too. What do you mean by them exactly? The spirits, of course. There should be one in each building at those temple grounds. How would he know that? Wasn't he like the dude in charge of the shrine as well? Come on, man. Pretty stupid question. No, this has to be a joke. Look, I never believed in any of this spirit business. I am just doing this to keep the family tradition alive. There isn't any such thing as spirits, or other worlds, or anything like that. Grandpa just starts snickering to himself. Oh boy. If you're having a hard time with it now, I hope you're ready for what's gonna come next. Can we please not say such ominous things during lunch? Alright. Eat up, there's plenty to go around. What are we eating? A hot meal should help me get my mind off these things. Grandpa's cooking is surprisingly good. I guess he had to learn how after Grandma passed away. Man, that went down really quick. Maybe this cooking is the reason why he has so much energy. He loves spices, especially chili and oregano. I wonder if he ever thinks of her when he's cooking. I've never seen you have an appetite like this before. There we go. Maybe you're a nervous eater. There's another sly smile on his face. Why would I be nervous though? He leans over the table with one elbow. Why don't you tell me? I shake my head again. Alright, no need to be like that. Could you clean the dishes when you're done? I need to go get some rest. Grandpa's doctors have said that he needs to get bed rest regularly. Well, if I'm here, I might as well be helpful. Sure, no problem. Go get some rest, Grandpa. You're a good kid, Toru. A bit too serious, and you tend to overanalyze things. But you're a good kid. Thanks, Grandpa. I won't be far away if you need anything. I think I need some fucking... I don't know. non-skepticalism in my head because, you know, there's a near-naked cat spirit there. Well then, he was really on my case. I know that he's a big believer in these kinds of things, but I don't want to have that kind of talk with him. As I scrubbed the porcelain dishes, I can't help but think over who I saw again. She was beautiful. I know that she has a great figure, but I was more captivated by her eyes than anything. Distinct golden amber eyes. Also, if you notice my mouse disappear, that's just because I'm playing in a window. Was I really just imagining all of it? Well, there's no explaining how or why she had a cat tail or anything like that. So, it couldn't have possibly been real. With that said, I think this should be the last time I think about it. If there are any other noises in those shrines, I won't go investigate them. Wow, what a prude. At least, I think... It's not that I think I will find anything, but somehow I feel that I should not indulge my curiosity. Oh, come on, man. Wait. I think I hear something moving upstairs. Yeah, it's probably just Grandpa going to answer nature or something. I couldn't continue to scrap the dishes, but... Wait, so what's with these bubbles? Gigantic soap bubbles emerge from the sink, floating lazily in the air. I look deeper into them, and in the reflection, I can't quite make out what I see in the depths. All of them pop at once in my face. What was that exactly? Well, asshole bubbles. Something about the air feels odd. I can't quite put my finger on it, but something does not feel right. Wait, I still hear movement upstairs, and I can hear the distinct creak of my bedroom door opening. Why would Grandpa be entering my room? I put down the plate I am cleaning and head upstairs. The door to my room is unhinged, but I definitely left it closed when I left. Looking over to Grandpa's room, his door is firmly shut as well. I bet Grandpa's just having like the time of his life in there, just laughing his ass off about what's about to happen. He always leaves it open whenever he leaves the room and plans to go back in there. So if it wasn't him who opened the door to my room, who was it? Well, I have to look. I opened the door wide open, giving me an unobstructed view of my room. Right. You know, what? A girl is lying on my bed, curled up in a ball. It's a cat, obviously. Cat spirit. Her delicate pale skin practically shimmers in the rays of sun. She already seems to be fast asleep, comfortably snuggling into my blankets. Wow, what a bitch. I quietly get closer to her. She seems to shift a little bit, but she just settles back in. This strange feeling. She's captivating. It's like back at the shrine. Despite myself, I cannot help but stare. She has a furry, snow-white cat ears and tail. She's just like the strange-looking shrine maiden. But somehow she is different. No less beautiful, however. Fucking smooth moves there, dude. I'd better not let my eyes wander, even though she's wearing such short shorts. Ah, she's the butt girl, the other girl's the boob girl, I guess. Or maybe they're both, I don't know. And her top is so loose. Is she wearing a bra? It doesn't look like she is. No, I can't let myself be distracted by this nonsense. This is just a hallucination. Hey, you... She just buries her face deeper into this bed cover. What are you doing on my bed? She yawns loudly. I'm sleepy. And it looks so comfortable on your bed. The sun is shining through the window just the right way. It's true, she's soaking up the sunlight, just like how a cat would. Gee, I wonder why. But you just broke into my home. I know that my bed might be comfy, but you can't stay here. Why not? It's illegal. How did you even get in here anyway? There's always a way. You just have to find the right place at the right time. That's the nature of slipping in between worlds. If you're handed as a puddle, it might not set up at the same place on the other side. She's spouting the same kind of nonsense that my grandfather would. Gee, I wonder why. Alright, enough of this. Are you working with my grandfather? Is this some sort of joke? It's just a prank, bro. Social experiment. Shrine spirit's gone wrong in the hood. Are you also working with the other girl I saw her at the shrine? Kaio, the black cat? She's nothing but bad luck. I'd never work with her. Even though she does open her eyes, I can see a frown form on her face. Her eyes are shut, dude. Well then. Well. When you're done napping, please see yourself out. Okay. No problem. A smile returns to her face as she stretches out, letting the sun's rays soak into her alabaster skin. I can't help but keep looking at her as I slowly back out of the room. Am I going mad? Yeah. Don't want to open the door again. If I look in there and she's still on my bed, happily lying in there, happily lying in the sun's rays, if that's actually happened, then what does that mean? It's like a double rainbow, man. What does it mean? I thought my grandfather was just becoming senile, but what if? Toru, who are you talking to? I'm trying to sleep, damn it. Grandpa walks out of his bedroom, rubbing some sleeping out of his eyes. Oh! That look on your face, it's there again. You saw something again, didn't you? No, you're just hearing things, Grandpa. Oh, come on, my hearing isn't that bad, yet. And I definitely know that I heard a girl's voice in your room. Don't tell me that you've already got a girlfriend from around here. Probably watching something lewd on his computer, don't worry about it. I didn't hear anything. You didn't hear anything, okay? I didn't hear anything either. Well, there's nothing wrong with starting early, you know. When I was your age, I was already married and on my way to paying off my mortgage. Look, can we please just drop this? Judging by the look on his face, he isn't satisfied just yet. He looks over at my closed bedroom door. Well, just indulge me. Mind if I take a look in your room? My blood freezes as he says that. It's not like there's anything there, right? So it would be fine if I have a look, isn't it? I guess so. Come on then, since you've woken me up, it's only fair that you let me be a bit of nosy. Okay, brain. Alright, I'll show you that there's nothing there. Sure enough, as we step into the room, there's not another soul to be seen. Even there's a sly smile on Grandpa's face. Ah, I see. So that's how it is. What is it? He just shrugs. Who knows, maybe maybe my hearing really is going. Anyway, Toru, don't stress about it too much. It's important that you find a good girl and start a proper family with her. There's going to be a lot of cute girls when you start going to school around here, trust me. Ooh. I don't want to know how he knows that, so just choose wisely. You never know who you might meet. Ooh. Alright, I get the point. Go get some sleep, okay? I'll make sure I'm quiet. I'll make sure the dishes are clean by the time you wake up. Sounds good, Toru. I'll talk to you later. He slips back out of the room. I breathe a sigh of relief as I hear his bedroom door close. He has to know more about this than he's letting on. Of course he does. Whoever those two weird cat women, whatever they're supposed to be, he has to know something about them. I'm certain of it. I walk over to my bed and take a seat. My hand trails across the blanket, feeling the warmth of the midday sun streaming from my window. Did I really just imagine that? Of course you fucking didn't. Perhaps I did. Oh, come on, dude. But even I have to admit, this warmth I feel on my bed, it's perfectly shaped. And it does not feel like the warmth you get from the sunlight. Was it real? Was it pretty, like a precise, hallucination, right? I don't know. I am a skeptic. I do not simply imagine things, nor have I ever imagined things. Wow, what a dull fucking life you have. So what does it mean if I start seeing things like this? After some sleep and some time spent thinking, I've managed to collect my thoughts. It just has to be some sort of joke. Grandpa was the one who sent me to that shrine where I saw the strange girl. And that other girl who managed to get into our house. He would have let her in earlier or something. I was right near the front door, and I would have heard it if someone had gone up the stairs. Those damn things creak like crazy, put any weight on them at all. So with all this in mind, I've put my uneasy thoughts to rest. School is starting today. This will give me something to take my mind off what is happening. I have to go back to those shrines eventually, that's just given. But if I see those girls again, the best thing to do is not to react to those fake tails and ears they're wearing. After all, since this is just some sort of joke, the last thing I want to do is give my grandpa the satisfaction of throwing me off. He knows that I'm a skeptic, so he must be playing a joke on me. Ah well, he's probably just bored, yeah, you know. So I don't see any point making a big deal out of it. Now then, let's see what this school looks like. Ooh, arriving at the front, it looks like any other academy I've been to. Kinda busy, nice gardens, maintained by the students. Just an ordinary academy in an ordinary suburb. Not particularly exciting, but not particularly unfamiliar either. I should be able to settle in here just fine. I arrive at my class without any incident. Now then, students, this is Toru Akita. Please treat him with respect. I am pleased to meet all of you. I hope we can get along. Now then, where to put you? You can sit in the middle. So about here-ish. Sounds fine. People seem to think that you have to sit up the back to avoid attention. But the truth is that you actually stand out if you deliberately pick seats up the back. So the middle is ideal. That way, you're just one face among the crowd. As I take my seat, a shiver goes up my spine suddenly. Is something wrong, Terry? I just shuddered then. No, everything's fine. It's that feeling again. The person sitting in front of me is a girl with black hair. Wait. Is that... A brushy black tail sticks out just above her skirt. Its tip coloured bright white. I look around trying to see if anyone else has noticed it. But no one else is looking. I turn to the seat to my left trying to get the student's attention. No. Snow white cat ears stick out from her silver hair. Are you really okay, Toru? You look pale. Neither of them are looking at me. There's just some strange, uncomfortable atmosphere in here. No, please don't worry about me. Go ahead. Some time passes in the awkward atmosphere. I'm just sitting here desperately trying to work out what is happening. Being surrounded by two lovely cat girls, what is not to love? No one else can see their tails or ears, I'm sure of that. Well then, would anyone like to volunteer to show Toru around the academy? That's not... Before I can finish speaking, someone immediately stands up. Please allow me to escort him. And someone else stands up. I'd like to show him around. The two of them exchange looks with each other. After letting out a small, barely audible sigh, the teacher looks at the white-haired girl. Nayoko. He then turns to the black-haired one. Kaio. Please behave yourselves. If both of you want to do it, then you can both go. Although they seem reluctant to accept this, they both nod. As you wish. Fine. If it has to be that way. Wow, what a bitch. Before I can even blink, they surround me on either side of my desk. Come on, let me show you around. She grabs me by the hand, starts tugging on me, making me stand up from my seat. I am sure you have many questions, so please allow me to be your side. Be at your side. She respectfully offers her hand. Well, okay. What else can I say? Maybe if I talk to them both, I can start making sense of what's happening to me. After we've walked some distance, the two of them turn to me. Alright, you two. Yes? Something on your mind, darling? Is your name Mia? Darling, aren't you being a bit too familiar with him, Nayako? I've already slept on his bed. We might as well be married now. You mean you broke into his house and couldn't stop yourself from sleeping on his bed? Still counts. Please listen to me. Who are you two really? Why are you both here? Kaio turns her amber eyes back to me. Do you believe in there being more than you can see, Toru? There's lots of things in the world which can't be explained. Where those things come from, that is where we both come from too. In other words, we are spirits. Spirits? Really? Is that what Grandpa meant that I would not be alone? Do you have any proof of this? Are our tails and ears not sufficient proof? I mean, it's pretty fucking convincing. Those are probably fake for all I... Naoko immediately shoves her head underneath my hand. Feel for yourself, it's not a headband. How can you not, pet? I begin rubbing her head, feeling her ears on my own fingertips. I cannot deny it, those ears... They're real. They have to be real. Wait, I've always wondered about this, but with cat girls, why is their hair always long? Because like, what's there instead of the ears? Is it just another set of ears? I pull my hand away, startled. Aw, I was beginning to enjoy the petting. Oh wow. You really do have no dignity, Naoko. As representatives of the beyond, we must act dignified. This is why I don't like being around you, Kaio. You are too much of a prude. Have you ever had any fun in your life at all? That's not why we are here. Then could you explain to me why you are here then? To make a long story short, both of us were sent here through the twin gates. Those two buildings which you refer to as shrines. The place is the walls between worlds are most thin. That place. It's easy to go back and forth there. That's all well and good, but you're explaining the how. I need to know the why. Well... Hang on. Excuse me. It's kind of our duty to send people over to this side to make sure everything is as it should be. What Naoko's trying to say is that we were sent to be the guardian spirits of this land, and will reside in your world until it's time for us to return to the beyond. Guardian spirits, huh? Anyway, the Ascension Festival will be on soon, and we will be fully anchored into your realm. Kaio told me that you're going to be our priest. She inches closer to me. I'm pretty lucky to get such a cute priest. Wow, she's already coming on to me, huh? Cute? Kawaii? Is this girl seriously hitting on me? Let's get back on track. Ascension Festival? That is the event in which we will fully establish in this world. To describe it in a way that you would understand, it will make us the patron gods of those two shrines. I am not experienced with my duties, Toru, but please know that I will do my best to work with you. She respectfully bows her head before me. It's alright, I'm only training as a priest too. Aw, don't be so formal, Toru. It's not going to be all dull and stiff with me. Kaio hasn't had any fun in a single day of her existence, but trust me. Naoko draws much closer to me until her face is only a few centimeters away from mine. We're going to have lots of fun together. And know every single thing about each other. Sorry, I had to. Kaio seems to be getting irritated. You can tell by the look on her face. Toru is not here for your personal pleasure. His arrival is a mark of respect for this ancient covenant between his family and our house. Oh, I'm beginning to understand now. So that's why everyone in my family... Anyway, we can talk more about this later. I'm just going to... Kaio simply stares at her. I would like to speak with him first. You can afterward. Why should I let you take him first? The two of them begin to face off. I'm going to have a full-blown cat fight if I don't do something. Oh, I know. Scissors, paper, rock. What are you saying? Ooh, it's a game! Humans do this thing when they can't decide on something. I quickly show them the ropes of the game. Scissors, paper, rock. Naoko has made a pair of scissors, while Kaio has made a rock. Aww. Well, fine. You win this time. Have fun on your date. Kaio just shakes her head. Please come with me, Toru. As we walk off, I can't help but look back at the pouting Naoko. Are you sure she'll be fine? Yes, she'll be fine. Kai takes me out of the academy buildings. I am sorry that you had to see that. Naoko and I have never gotten along. That's fine. Well, I want to know more about that. What's important is that I make sense of all this. So, just let me put it all in my own words. Yes, you are two spirits and sent down as guardians from some other world. When you are fully bound to this world, you will become the patron spirits of those two shrines, and this will happen during the Ascension Festival. That is correct. And my family has some sort of pact or covenant with your house. Also correct. Men from your family become priests and begin their training at the two gates, and help those who arrive from the beyond understand this world. But you're unusual in that you were the first ones to arrive. But you're unusual in that we were the first ones to arrive, and we have to wait for you instead. So that's why you're at the school. You want to learn more about this world. Precisely. So go to a Japanese or Chinese high school. Yeah, it's pretty good, strategy. How strange is it that you end up in the same academy as us? It's not very strange, let's be honest. Let alone the same room. Not very strange, let's be honest. Not strange at all. Yeah, he gets it. My grandfather was the one who enrolled me here. That old man is up to something. I don't know what to say. There are many spirits in this world, and they manifest themselves into everything you see. I am just one of many, as is Naoko. So there are many spirits around us right now. It is then that I begin to notice the strange atmosphere again. Something is at work around me. Precisely. That's a smirk. For example, the playful spirits in the wind. It is then that I notice the wind picks up really strong around us. What? Nice. The wind around us whip up. The winds around us whip up, revealing something that nearly makes my eyes boggle. Jesus, dude. Underneath that skirt, Kai was wearing a black laced lingerie. Her face turned bright red as she realizes where I am looking. What? What are you? I never would have thought that she would be wearing something like that. Stop looking there! Spirits of the wind are playing a prank! Get pranked, Kaio. Just pay no attention. She tries to push her skirt back down, but the wind suddenly changes direction, forcing another part of the skirt up. No matter what she does, it seems hopeless. Her hands are flying all around, but nothing seems to help. Nice. We're out in the garden too, meaning there is no effort to take shelter in the wind. I swear that I hear her disembodied giggle on the wind too. Damned wind spirits! How dare you embarrass me like this? Unlike the last time I saw her like this, she's completely lost her composure. Jesus. It's completely understandable considering they were at school. More laughter echoes around through the air. Where is that coming from? I look all around me. It's then that I see tiny little sparks of light in the air. The entire atmosphere around us looks like it's enchanted. It's happening again. Courage just seems a total loss with herself. Do you mean Kaio? Is that familiar? Toru, please do something. What should I do? You are a priest. Surely you know how to quell spirits. But I haven't even begun my training. Perhaps I should just speak with them. A certain clarity comes over me. Hey, you spirits. The wind suddenly stops. It is then that I see something akin to an invisible hand holding up the frills of Kaio's skirt. Look, you're really upsetting Kaio right now. So could you please stop? It's not that I hate the view or anything, but somehow seeing Kaio teased like this, it just does not seem right to me. Although I can hear some sort of disgruntled murmur echo through the air. The wind slowly dies down and the atmosphere around us begins to return to normal. After that particular incident, Kaio quickly returned inside. And that's gonna be the end of Sakura Shrine Girls. I may do some more videos on this, because it's quite hilarious, but it's quite late right now, so I don't want to, keep people up. So, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't, blame Sadman. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.